whatever they do every single day, like
Mm-hmm.
eating the right foods, nourishing their minds. They work with spiritual mentors, or they work with, mentors from their churches or whatever. They have all of that to them. They have a team supporting them, and they have a coach, but that coach actually, he writes their plays, and he
Mm-hmm.
he he trains them. He doesn't just coach them, he trains them. And then the minute they come out, he's like, hey, do this, do that, do that. He's constantly watching their play by play and giving them the next thing to make them better, to get that goal met. Then that's what I believe. If you're going to be on your A game, those are the kind of people I work with. People who are committed to being in it and who are there for life. They're like, I want to do this. I want to win this game. I want to be a change leader. I want to create impact. Like, I was born for this. And I act as a consultant and a mentor and a healer for people who are in that like A game space. So that's really how I work with people. And I don't separate, like, it's my clients can come into session and it's everything from like, okay, I've had this crazy thing go down emotionally. We move through it, solve it, and then we move into like what strategically needs to happen in the next piece of their business. So I feel like that's kind of the same thing that can happen with these athletes. It's like, what if they're having this crazy day, right? And something negative happened, but like, say their mom dies, but they're probably going to be on the field on Sunday playing that game for their
Mm-hmm.
mom. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like, a game, people. Like, this is not your doubt cannot be in the driver's seat. Like, you
Yep.
got to come with your A game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a drill. It's the real thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
this is your
sure.
life. This is
Oh,
your life. Like, what are you doing? Like, commit. Commit.
100%. And I love how you said that because honestly, I think really in today's like entrepreneurial world, especially with the online, you need somebody who will be there to do it with you and not just tell you to like go and then go off on your own and then come back and report in, right? So, and I mean, I've been there. I was a coach and that's what I did as, your life coach. I went through the whole like, how are you feeling? What do we got to get through? Here's some stuff to go do. You go do it. You report back to me. That's great. But I find that most of the breakthroughs, since I've been doing like, business and events and stuff like that, and now I just do events and retreats, is being there with your clients and being in the game with them and helping them and building out that plan and that strategy and, able to take on when they're having a bad day. And then, like you said perfectly, they come to you, they're having, a moment, a bad like experience going on in their life, but then you work through that and then you go to the strategy of what they need to do to keep growing.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I just want to be clear, you guys, like, I'm not, coaching, there are a lot of coaches out there that act as like what Natasha and I are doing,
Mm-hmm.
consulting, hands-on, mentoring. It's just that I just like to educate people on the differences, of
Yes.
like what that can really, and you may really need a coach for certain things. Like, Natasha, you more act like a mentor and consultant, right, with
Yes.
what you're doing.
Yes. Oh,
And
yes.
coaches are amazing for certain things, like, especially around some personal development and life coaching things. That's very perfect. But when it comes to your business, people, you better have someone that knows that you really love, and that they love you and they have your back. That's number one. Like, the two things in business that are most important to know is that people do business with people who they like,
Mm-hmm.
and definitely with who they love. And then number two is that you better be able to back it up. So you really want to work with people who are going to be able to get you results. And you want to interview the people or talk to them if you can, or their team, and really make sure that it is the right fit for you. And don't be afraid to ask questions. As I can tell you, I've spent 100 grand investing in all sorts of things. I feel like, do I gain something from everything? Sure. I don't really believe in wasting money in investments,
Mm-hmm.
but I sure could have just invested those dollars in a team, because I already knew a lot of the things I was learning. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, being
Oh,
taught,
yeah.
I already knew those things, and I probably would be even further along you know what I'm saying? So I have people come to me all the time and they're like, oh, I spent all this money on this course and I have no idea how to grow, I don't even know where to start. And I'm like,
Oh
and
no.
they took full business courses and coaching programs and they have no clue. And I'm like, and these are from very successful coaches out there in the world. I'm just like, how is this possible? That this is
Mm-hmm.
happening? And that's maddening. And it breaks my heart because I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this person is 5 years behind now because of that. But whatever, you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I totally do, and I feel for you, and that's well, for them, really, and that's where it comes into the research, right? Knowing who you're getting, really who you're getting into business with, because when you do hire somebody or you go into a program or a course, you want to make sure that it's aligned, like you said, aligned to the vision. You like the person, you trust the person that's doing the course and teaching the course, and or the one-on-one work, right? Doing like the strategy and stuff with you on the more higher level, higher scales. And so it's just knowing that. And I wanted to bring that up because
I love what you said. I love what you said, aligned with your vision, because here's what I see. It's like, you want to make sure the people that you hire, guys, that they're aligned with your vision, that you're not aligning to their vision. And that's what I see sold so much. I want to be the shiny object on stage like she is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you want her to help you get your aligned vision to be your own shiny object version on your own stage, right? So you want to work with people who really get you and get your vision, and they believe in your vision.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and to hold that space with you, and that's that's huge. It's absolutely, it's amazing where the two, like when you're on a road and you have the two different paths, and when you choose one that, you know, works with people that are aligned with your vision and help you get to where you want to go versus going down somebody else's path, is like, it's just like you said, you can spend 5 years going down the wrong person's path, and then you're 5 years behind, right? So make sure that when you are investing in yourself and these things, that you know who you're investing with. I think that's
absolutely
so important. And then, like I was saying, and don't be afraid. Like, I find so often people are like, I'm hiring, you know, or I'm going to invest in this one course and it's going to do everything I need. And that's great. It can do probably most of everything you need, but it's okay to also invest in some niche courses as well. Like, there's nothing wrong with having multiple mentors. Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
And like, for example, so, you know, I'm a business strategist and, you know, mentor. So like, say somebody, you know, I'm helping them. I teach my clients what to invest in, right? So they come to me with their vision, and it's like, okay, and where are our dollars? What is the amount of money you want to make in the next 12 months, basically? And how many hours a week do you want to work? Can you work? Because some people can work 20, some people can work 60. It really depends on the person and whether they have family or whatever's going on. And we're like, okay, what do you want to offer? And then how do we, you know, then we create that together. And then we really look at what they want to grow to through cash flow projections and their sales funnel over the next 3, 5, and, you know, kind of a vision of 10-year, but really planning out that like 3 to 5 year. And then we really look at, okay, so maybe they want to they're a retreat person, right? And they want to run these high-end retreats, and they need to work with Natasha, right? To really get focused in that. But they don't need these other 15 things that they're telling me they're looking at. And I'm like, you need to focus on one thing because that's what you really want, right? You do these other things, it's just going to distract you from what you're really passionate about. So you have to stay in alignment with the vision too, right? And you do have to work with experts for specific niche things that you want to accomplish.
So true. So very true. So I know you've given us the journal there. It's Love Your Life Daily Journal. And I will be, I know I have it.
Like, that's the name.
That's the name. And I will load it up on my website when this goes live on my site. The link and everything will be there for everybody to grab it, which is just yourgrowthmentor.com when it's live on my website, because it takes a little bit for us to load it up onto the site. However, meanwhile, there is somewhere that they can go to check you out and check out your mastermind, which I absolutely 100% recommend they check out, because I think it will really blow away what their expectations are of coming into a mastermind and get them to where they want to be, especially for those that are listening that want to be at the point where, you know, if they're looking to do retreats and events and they want to get to that phase 2, phase 3, where they just put it out there and things just pop and happen, I think this will really get them there. So the mastermind, if I have this correctly, is just jessicavalor.com/mastermind.
Yep, it's that easy.
I love it. So is there, like, Jessica, is there anything else before we leave our lovely audience that you wanted to just leave them with?
Yeah, well, I will say too, when you go to the mastermind page, there is a free training from Ronnie and I, so you can see, like, get the details of how we support people, and you learn about him and me more in depth. And we give a lot away in that training. And when I mentioned to Natasha earlier, the light leader diagram that really shares with you the different pillars of business and energy, that is on the mastermind page. And we also go over it in the training. And we go over the mastermind in detail. And then from there, you can apply. And what that does, when you apply, you get on a call with me, and, we make sure that it's the right strategic solution for you, that it's the right space. And if it's not, I'm always about, like, giving. I'm like, okay, well, who is or what is, if this isn't the right place. So just know, like, you're held and loved in that. And the biggest thing I can ever leave anyone with is to know how deeply loved you are. And my favorite mantra that I received from Spirit was this, and I'll gift you with that today. It's, I am the light, I am the love, I am the way. So if you just say that to yourself every day when you maybe are facing some fear or doubt, I am the light, I am the love, I am the way. And that will really quickly, boost your energy back up to where you want it to be.
Amazing. I think that's such a good mantra to go with. Like, just write that down and keep it by your bed and your purse and everything else. Just walk with it. Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Jessica, for being on today. For those listening in, if you have found us on iTunes, please feel free to go in and rate the show. Absolutely love and appreciate that. And thank you so much for listening in today's show. I hope you got everything you needed to make your business and your life and your events into your dreams to profits. And if you wanted to check out more on Jessica, you can find out more on our website as well as on the radio show link. And we hope to see you again in a couple weeks. Thanks, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to the Dreams to Profits radio show, brought to you by Coach on Fire Radio and your host, Natasha Botville. Be sure to find and follow Natasha on Facebook, LinkedIn, and yourgrowthmentor.com.